Looking at the Reading 10 review questions, really just a couple of questions here. Um, number one, what is it that Hobbes is calling Leviathan here? And why do you think he chooses that name? Leviathan, it's one of those great words. I don't know its origin. It's definitely the word in at least the King James version of Book of Job. In the Bible, it's mentioned there as God is talking to Job and trying to show Job how powerful he is and that he's on a different level than Job. He refers to his creation, and one of the things that he points to is the great Leviathan, the great sea monster. I don't know if he meant a whale or what, but that's my association with it. I don't know the actual origin of it, if there's some other origin for the name. But what is it that Hobbes is calling Leviathan here? The state. The state. And the state is the sovereign, the lawmaking authority, the legitimate governmental authority of a political community is the Leviathan. Why do you think he chooses that name? I think it's clear that he chooses that name because he wants something that has a connotation of great power, great strength, something large, something that, as he says, would keep us all in awe. So his notion that government should be very powerful because it has to be is really reflected in that idea of Leviathan, that the government, the state, which is created by human beings, as we'll see, is a kind of a monster, and it has to be in order to do what it's supposed to do. Number two, what does Hobbes mean when he says, quote, "He that is to govern a whole nation must read in himself, not this or that particular man, but mankind." Um, I take him to mean that someone who is actually going to, do the kind of thing that Machiavelli was talking about that Prince doing, or someone who is to rule a state must have a certain type of understanding of human nature. That is, he had this whole idea that you have to look into yourself and really know yourself to know human nature in general. And because your job, I suppose, if you're going to be a prince or you're going to be a magistrate, anybody who's a government official to rule over a country, you have to understand the deep structure of human nature. You can't just be familiar with this or that individual person, but you have to be familiar with what human beings are universally like, the elements that they all share. And as we see, he thinks that you can do that. You can say, what is it that drives human beings? Mostly their desires, right? But also that they have reason, things like that.